Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2, Throne of Bhaal. Last episode, we went and managed to accomplish our goal of, theoretically, weakening, Yaga-Shura. Now, with them vulnerable, it's time for us to go deal with this fire giant. Let's head to the siege camp.
As you arrive in the clearing, the first thing that draws your attention is the plume of smoke billowing from nearby Saradush. Its walls have been breached in several places, and its utter devastation shows a city that has been completely sacked by invaders. Bodies of soldiers are everywhere, as is the stench of death. The screams of the innocent attempting to flee can still be heard. Yaga-Shura and his army are nowhere in your immediate sight.
Well, that's not good. Did we take too long? Because I'm concerned that we did. I didn't realize we were on a timer. I probably should have realized that. Oh, crap. Go kill those soldiers.
You shall suffer my wrath! You shall suffer my wrath!
Okay, there go those soldiers. Shoulders? No, not shoulders. They are not shoulders. Even though they are armies. Armies are driven by their shoulders. I swear I did not intend that pun, it just kinda came out that way. Yaga-Shura's army pours towards you, led by the giant Bhaalspawn himself, and you realize that you shall have to kill Yaga-Shura if you wish to break their ranks. If you fail to kill him soon, you may be overrun. Oh, crap.
Yes?
Let's get a few spells out now while we still can. You cast that, you cast that, you cast, I guess Defensive Harmony, and you cast the, Group Invisibility. That'll keep us, well protected from any spells.
I will do my best.
You can see Yaga-Shura off to the west of the bridge. Okay, noted. Well, we can kill some others at least.
Take the life begin! I done. To battle.
You do what killing you can. Probably shouldn't have thrown quite so many prep spells up yet, but I did anyway. Also, I just realized how huge these freaking wagons are. Holy shit. Oh. We found Yaga-Shura.
Created for me, worm. I redoubled our efforts to crush this worthless town when I heard you were within the terror of the Sword Coast, only to find you gone. I thought I would have to content myself with slaughtering all the weakling Bhaalspawn in this city and forgetting about you. But here you are.
Yes, I am here,
I should have
Yaga-Shura.
been first sent after you, and now I shall prove it. Yaga-Shura shall become even greater still.
You can try.
No, this cannot be. I have wounded. Yaga-Shura cannot be defeated. Men, destroy them. Rip the hearts from their chests and make them suffer.
Return with reinforcements, you coward! We will find you and we will kill you. I expected more of an army, though. Fire spells. Okay. So where the hell did Yaga-Shura run off to, then? The coward. I expected more of a fight from the great fire giant. Oh, hello.
I won't let my
Weaken
friends
me.
be hurt.
You and that foul witch, I know it. No matter. Yaga-Shura will defeat you yet.
Oh, you can certainly try. And Yaga-Shura is near death, and Yaga-Shura is dead. That was quick. Oh, hello.
I greet you, you who are of divine blood. It is time for your education to continue.
What do you mean, my education?
The first step towards the fulfillment of your destiny has been taken. Yaga-Shura is dead by your hand, and the forces in play now move swiftly toward conclusion. Now you must know yourself and your past to reveal your future. Listen and be judged.
Very well, I will listen.
To look upon oneself and ask, what is my nature? One must know one's origin. Your own origin is a mystery to you, godchild. You have no
Excuse me.
beginning, and without a beginning, how can there be an ending?
Technically, I did have a beginning. I was born, given birth from a coupling of Bhaal himself and who I assume would have been my mother, who I'm guessing was a human?
What do you know of your birth? What do you know of your mother? Of your life before Gorion brought you to the safety of Canopy?
Yeah, actually, I know nothing of my life before Gorion.
Your past unfolds. You would do well to heed it closely.
Is that so?
I am your mother. I am Aliana, a disciple of the great Lord of Murder, a priestess of Bhaal. In the time of troubles did Bhaal himself come and whisper in mine ear. I was to give birth to one of the children, to you. I rose my arms up and hailed my Lord of Murder with great joy at my fate. Others of Bhaal's order took me away to hide us in the darkest temple, away from prying eyes. Others of the children were there, and when our great Bhaal died, did we begin our task.
Her task was to slay her own child, sacrifice her babe upon the bloodiest of altars.
I would slay you, my child, so Bhaal could live again.
But I and several of my colleagues had discovered the location of this temple. We attacked and stopped your mother from performing the sacrifice.
We resisted. This was the will of Bhaal, father of my child.
They were many, and their magic was strong. We had little time. I killed the priestess.
He slew me, your mother.
I rescued you and fled from the temple, even as many other Bhaalspawn babes died.
But not all of us died. Some of us used the chaos to escape, to flee.
Yes, not all the Bhaalspawn children died that night. I saved the only one I could.
He could only save one. There was no time for more. But I was there as well.
I chose you. I could not save both of you.
He left me behind, saving you instead. And so I fled on my own, raised by foster parents in the Iron Throne. It mattered not. I killed Gorion in the end.
And so your past is made plain. Your mother, a priestess of Bhaal, killed by Gorion.
Interesting. You know, I didn't think about that whole bit of the past that kind of was left and not talked about. After all, I'm a child of Bhaal. Bhaal was my father, but there was no actual thought about my mother until I just came to this point. And in this case, my mother was a priestess of Bhaal. Which means it wasn't rape, it was consensual. And she was going to sacrifice me. Gorion saved my life. He never told me any of this.
And what of your brother, Saravok? What if fate had not intervened, and Gorion had raised him rather than you? Would you have become as he was? Would Saravok be in your place now if but for the smallest twist of fate? Is there a debt between you, then, that is yet unpaid?
Saravok made his own fate. Neither Gorion nor I are... There is no debt. Saravok made his own fate. Neither Gorion nor I are responsible for it. It's hard to say. This is like the big question of... Oh, what is it? I can't remember the term. I know there's a term for it. Nature versus nurture. He was raised in the Iron Throne, probably bitter at the one who left him to die, and I was raised by Gorion. There could have been a difference between the two of us. This is going... Thinking about it more, it's going into the whole argument of, is evil, like, part of one's nature, or is one raised evil? I wish there was an option of, I don't know. I can't say neither Gorion nor I are responsible for it. I'm not responsible for it, admittedly, but Gorion does have responsibility since he chose me over Saravok. If there was a debt, then it was Gorion's, and it has been paid.
We are finished then, for now. Return to your cocoon planet. You will find part of it now open to you. Investigate as you wish. Consider what you have learned here today. Farewell, godchild.
One second, the path is open. You suddenly know with a strange certainty you must face an aspect of yourself or your fears, but not why or how. Oh, shit. Okay, kill that mage.
You live! I had heard the sounds of combat and returned this way only to find the giant dead and you gone.
You live. Do the other Bhaalspawn survive then as well?
I tried to get the Bhaalspawn out, but it was too late. Yaga-Shura seemed to think you were in the city and was eager to seek you out. He slaughtered them all, and there was nothing I could do.
A mere handful of peasants and I escaped the destruction and fled. I was at a loss. I had no idea where you were until I heard your battle, when I returned as quickly as I could. Saradush, destroyed, and everyone I tried to protect for so long, all dead. At least you killed Yaga-Shura. May he rot in hell as he deserves. You said you had information on Yaga-Shura's allies. Yaga-Shura did have allies. They were all children of Bhaal, and they number amongst the most powerful of your kin in all of Faerun. One of them was named Ilasera. It was she who hounded my protected Bhaalspawn earlier, and forced us to flee to Saradush, but she left weeks ago and disappeared into the elven forests. That one I also killed. What others are there? I know them by name only. Abazagal and Sendai. They are intent on killing all other Bhaalspawn in the land, and with their combined power they are unstoppable. Why are they doing this? Do you know? I wish I knew. It could be that they believe they will gain power. Perhaps they intend to become gods themselves. Regardless, they will bring only chaos if they have their way. That doesn't explain why blame is falling on Bhaalspawn everywhere. It does, actually. Bhaalspawn are responsible for the destruction after all, and they spread the rumors further so that fearful and panicky people do have their job for them. Wouldn't that put them in danger as well? How much are you in danger from a mob of peasants, Frederick Lionheart? Panic endangers the helpless. These are powerful Bhaalspawn, and together they could overwhelm even you. How can I believe any of this? You seem to know little about them. You were attacked by Ylacera and Yaga-Shura both. Judge for yourself what their intentions are towards you, and whether or not they will continue to hunt you, Frederick Lionheart. Point taken. What do you propose I do, then? You are a powerful man, Frederick Lionheart. Perhaps they might be a match for you together, but individually you could possibly defeat them. You could stop all of this. I know of 2 places here in Tethir where Yaga-Shura's allies have their power centered, where they are building terrible armies for whatever ultimate purpose they possess. I can show you where these enclaves are. Yes, and surely you could enter these places and attack these monsters individually. It is dangerous, but it is the only way. I need rest and healing, and equipment. What am I supposed to do about that? I have one more ally that I can call upon, although I have been reluctant to involve him in the past. If there is a chance that all this killing can end, however, then I have little other option. He runs a monastic order in a remote desert in a remote village in the Kalim Desert. He will serve to both hide you from retribution, as well as serve as a base from which you can unlock the enclaves of Abazagal and Sendai. I never said I would attack anything. Don't get ahead of yourself. And where will you go, Frederick Lionheart? People will fear you. The forces of Tethir and other nations will hunt you. Will you kill them all? You are already involved, whether you like it or not. Eventually, Yaga-Shura's allies will come after you. Ask yourself if you want to be caught unprepared on a battleground of their choosing or one of yours. Here, I will mark the map to show you where the village is. It is called Amkathran. I will go there now and speak to my friend, Balthazar. Ah! What? The god of... excuse me. Balthazar. I have been a huge fan of Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1 for many, many years, and I know that name as a freaking god of war. What the... Okay, we've got another god on our side. Sure, why not? We cannot linger here. We will speak further in Amkathran. Make your way there as soon as possible. I have marked it on your map. Be careful, Frederick Lionheart. You are my last hope, and perhaps the last hope of anyone in Faerun, whether you care about it or not. I will see you in Amkathran. Okay, the mage is dead.
I had to drop your item on the ground.
You can't carry anything more. Okay, fine. Throw those scrolls. Actually, yeah, they go in there. Okay, what's that spell? Agonizar's Scorcher. It's a level 2 spell. What the hell? Write it. There, you got a new spell. Okay. Yaga-Shura defeated. With Nihili having extinguished Yaga-Shura's fiery heart, the giant Bhaalspawn became vulnerable, and in a great battle with his army, I was able to defeat him at last. It is unfortunate that I was not able to do this before Saradush was razed to the ground, which Yaga-Shura apparently did in search of me within. Melisande has survived the destruction... Oh, damn it. Of Saradush and has one final plan to stop Abazagal and Sendai, Yaga-Shura's allies. It seems I have little choice but to follow her plan and assault them in their own enclaves, where they are building their armies. It is either that, or these hunters will come after me on their own terms. Tethir and anywhere else is unsafe for me at the moment, so Melisande has offered a place of relative safety in a village named Amkathran. She will make arrangements there with an ally named Balthazar, and will tell me of the enclave's locations once I arrive.
Yes. What is might very well.
Okay. I doubt there's going to be anything else to this place. Let's just uncover this last bit of map. And also get a level up, and also, I guess, get these items we have identified. They might actually be useful. Okay. First up, level up for you. Level 7 spell, level 8 spell, and you gain the ability. You can only take a few. Fine, I guess Storm of Vengeance, so you can have it. Okay. You got a level 7 spell and a level 8 spell. Level 7? I guess Warding Whip would be good to have. Level 8? You got a couple. Improved Mantle. Immunity to +3 or lower enchantment for 4 rounds. Yeah. Spell Trigger. Store spells and a magical ability that is created by the spell. 3 spells released simultaneously. Interesting and potentially powerful, but considering how picky I am with things, I don't think so. Simulacrum. I guess I have that spell, so you have it. Can't cast anything at level 9. Okay, now then, we have items that need identifying. Start with the weak items that I know you can identify. So we got Arrows of Fire, Sunstone Bullets, Bolts of Biting, Warhammer, Dart +1, Warhammer. Hold on, let's throw these to you. Oh wait, hold on, those arrows are actually going to go to you. Also, I just realized, Minsk can level up. Alright. Can you identify any of these? Medium shield, full plate mail, Battle Axe of Molotar. During the Tetherian Civil War, the Battle Axe of Molotar was in the possession of the House of Ossiand. This noble family was betrayed while trying to flee the country, and Molotar, lead guard and personal friend, took up the axe and sacrificed himself to buy enough time for his companions to flee. His battle cry was favored by the gods and was echoed across the lands as a symbol of devoted friendship and loyalty. Thus, the magical axe was used to uphold these virtues against those who lacked honor and courage. It's just a +2 battle axe. This armor I'm curious about. Shurupak's Plate. Shurupak, the infamous right hand of the now-dead god Gilgeem, earned the title of Reaper for his savage butchery of any who opposed him, an identity the bloodthirsty madman eagerly embraced. Before Gilgeem's destruction, the god presented Shurupak with an enchanted suit of armor, to better enable the Reaper to slaughter his foes. Shurupak's plate is surprisingly light and grants the wearer an unusual quickness and grace. It is not known how Shurupak lost this treasured item, but one can safely assume he is still looking for it. +1 dexterity, 20% fire resistance, armor class -2, -6 versus slashing, and 5 versus piercing and missile. That is good. Let's see, you have... Actually, I think you could do with the Gorgon plate. You lose a bit of acid resistance, but the fire resistance is there, and you're overall better. Meanwhile, you're already -2. You're -1 with 50% fire resistance, you're fine, and you're just regular full plate mail. I think this armor is gonna go right on to me. I think it's better than the Gorgon plate. I mean, the +1 to dexterity, it's a little less protection against slashing, but you get the added protection against piercing versus missile, so take it. And this... -1, -7 versus slashing, -1, 5 versus slashing, 4 versus piercing and missile. Yeah, this is just overall better. Alright, and we have these two items. Okay, use a scroll here. Shield of the Order. Paragoth the Valiant, a great champion of the Order of the Radiant Heart, carried this shield into battle against a horde of invading Tanar'ri pouring through a gate to the astral plane. Gripped by holy fervor, the mighty paladin single-handedly drove back the horde, then foolishly leapt through the astral gate to finish them off. The gate collapsed, and both Paragoth and the shield were forever lost in the plains. Forever lost, except I have it now. I think it makes sense to give this to you. Even though you lose a bit of the fire and cold resistance, you are a member of the Order, so go ahead. It makes sense. And this hammer, I guess we can identify it with this. Rune Hammer. This dark steel hammer has a rune of power inscribed upon its head and has many of the powers of a Mace of Disruption. Negative plane protection, and Untake take extra damage and must save versus death or be utterly destroyed. Interesting. Alright, and Minsk, I didn't notice before, but you leveled up! What are we getting you? You are getting an additional weapon proficiency and 3 additional hit points. Sure, I don't know what I'm going to give you. Huh. I guess a point in halberd, because we do have a halberd. And as for abilities, maybe not hardiness. You can only take 1 smite. Whirlwind, greater whirlwind attack, I guess. Okay. That's good, and that appears to be everything there. And that seems to be everything we can do here. Well, we do have Amcathron and the Oasis. We need to go back to our home. We'll take a rest, and we'll figure things out. That'll be in the next episode, though, because this seems about the right time to pause. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Frederick Lionheart, Minsk, Sir, Animen, Jaheira, Imowin, and Aerie. This has been a Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2, Throne of Bhaal, and I shall see you